Thanks for tuning in to the Cannabis Packaging Show, brought to you by Cannabis Specialty Packaging. I want to start out this episode before we jump in by pointing out a fact that only 1% of consumers, if that, have loyalty to a cannabis brand today. And it's not always going to be that way. 99% of the market's wide open. And let's make sure not to take this moment for granted, realize how special it is, and really make the most of it. So we did a trip out west earlier this year to check out some dispensaries. I hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to kick it off in Denver. And without further ado, let's do this. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into the Cannabis Packaging Show. I'm in Denver for the Indo Expo, and I want to do something a little different. My idea is I want to hit the best direct dispensaries in each of these major cities. Hopefully, they'll let me record videos. I want to interview those managers or owners of those dispensaries. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to hit the Indo Expo right now, then I'm going to start hitting some dispensaries. All right, so I got my coat on here, and I'm loading up my ammo. I got my vault boxes, I got my concentrate card, I got my child-resistant tin. Ready to go? So here's the line. 10,000 people are supposedly here. So day one was all in the trade show itself. Didn't get a chance to hit any dispensaries, but don't bail on this video, all right? Wait for it, it's coming. The dispensary visits are coming in day two. All right, guys, so day one was a big success. We're here on day two. Goals for day two are pretty straightforward. Gonna meet up with the dispensary owner, talk to him about packaging and some projects he wants to work on. Got a really beautiful dispensary, he says. I already talked to him about the video, he was cool with it, so we'll record the video. Then I'm gonna head back to the trade show for a couple hours. It's gonna be madness today, but just meet some more people. And then I'm gonna figure out where I'm going next. All right, at Groundswell Dispensary on Colfax. All right, I'm here at Groundswell in Colorado. Beautiful interior here. Can't get the different customers on film though.
It's like a straight CBD. So how much is it?
25.
And that's a great.
Hold on, you gotta say that again right now because I wanna get that. So these toasts during happy hour.
It's buy one, get one for $1 between 1 and 3.
All right.
And you can either do it on the 5-pack or the 2-pack. They come in either a 1-to-1, which is half CBD, half THC, a 2-to-1 that's going to be higher in CBD with very little THC, or the 4-to-1 that's going to be almost primarily just CBD.
It's just the waste you were talking about.
So yeah, here in the industry, the biggest thing is how wasteful it can be. You think with us being such a green company, we'd have more green methods to be able to dispose of our products. I'm hoping here with hemp becoming legal, there'd be more hemp packaging.
We're all waiting for it, and we're certainly working on it. It's a big thing that's on a lot of people's minds for sure.
Here is I did a couple of different options. You have the full 100 milligrams, so you'll get a total of 20 beans, or you have the 1906 chocolate chunk pieces. The largest size that they do with these are 6 pieces. I am a firm believer the reasoning why they did such a smaller dosage with their product is because of that quick release. You don't need as much.
Good. So is this the same one as this, just more?
Yep, so this is the 3-pack, and then the big guy would be the 6-pack.
Yeah. Takes your eye out when you try to pop that open. All right, so this is the Ripple. And you said there's these individual packets that go into
the actual container itself.
Let me see.
I normally will throw it into Gatorade.
Throw it right in a Gatorade?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. All right, here outside Verde Natural. Verde. Let's see if they'll let us take some video inside. My man Chris. All right, guys, we're here at Verde Natural, here with my man Dan. Dan, thanks for taking some time with us.
You're very welcome.
All right, so Verde, clearly one of the top dispensaries in Denver. The reputation is stellar, and we just would love to hear what the brand's about a little bit, and then we can get into some other questions.
Sure, man. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. We here at Verde Natural, we focus on quality above anything else. So what we're known for is our method of growing, which is growing in living soil, growing organically, and all sorts of stuff like that. So we, definitely take care per strain. We do tea-based nutrients. We definitely put a lot of care and time into our flower. So it yields a lot less. It takes a lot more time, but this is really where we shine. Quality bud makes quality concentrates as well. So we have Dab Logic, our solventless ice water hash and rosin, Fuego. Those are live resin, shatter, and cartridges as well. We have some of the cartridges here, you can see. So Dab Logic, one of a kind, solventless rosin cartridge, 500 milligrams, and our brand Fuego. Only work with our in-house flower. So definitely some of the top quality cartridges you can find.
Good man, good man. Yeah. So those are your own brands?
Correct.
You guys launched those, awesome. So what do the different brands represent? One of the things that the Cannabis Packaging Show is all about, seeing how the pioneers in the industry are thinking about building brands. So is Fuego have a certain vibe appealing to certain people versus the other brands?
Not really. They're both kind of umbrellas of Verde, so okay. Both are just aligned with the same values as far as quality and top quality, cleaner kind of concentrates, cleaner products for people.
Amazing.
Dab Logic, for people who are a little more conscious about what they are inhaling, what they are putting into their body, just the ice water hash, the fact that it's an easy, very clean, very top quality product, just makes it really, really great for people. And they get really excited when they find it. So
amazing. Last thing I want to talk about is these awesome signs here. Be creative, yes. Be free, be victorious. It's a certain vibe you get as you walk in here. Totally. Can you tell me what that's all about?
Yeah, man. Well, here at Verde, we believe cannabis is more than just getting high. Cannabis can really improve people's lives in all sorts of ways, and not just medicinally, but cannabis can help you be victorious, be creative, be free. In these different ways, we can recommend certain strains to help people achieve those goals, and they find that you don't really need any of these other drugs. Cannabis really has it all, something for everyone. So
that's it, my man. My man Dan crushed it.
Thanks,
guys.
Man.
If you're in Denver, want to go to one of the best dispensaries, this is my man Chris here too. Verde Natural is the place to go. Thanks for tuning into the Cannabis Packaging Show. All right, here at Green Dragon in Denver, got a pretty cool layout where this side of the store and this side of the store are the same stuff. Quick run through of the different products, concentrates, and vapes here. Got CBD products over here. So concentrates and vapes, edibles and drinks. Got some apparel here too. Cannabis meets fashion. Got our gummies. It's Green Dragon in Denver. Check them out. All right, so it just stopped snowing in Colorado. I'm thinking about where I want to go next. I'm going to be in Seattle end of the week. Somewhere in Cali I'm going to go, so I'm mostly between San Francisco and LA. I want to see the best dispensaries. I'm leaning towards LA. I'm leaning towards San Francisco. Here, Native Roots Wellness. This is their CBD only store. Awesome layout. Got that real homey vibe. You can hear the music in the background. And this is, how long has this been open? The wellness version of this?
The wellness version has been open for about 2 months now.
2 months.
2, 3, maybe 4.
On the cutting edge, talking about that trend of how do we show people what real quality CBD is all about. You gotta check it out. Native Roots Wellness. All right, I'm in SF now, heading to a couple dispensaries. Very courteous Uber driver showing the music off. I'm gonna check out the difference between these and the Denver ones. See if I can get these guys to let us record some footage. All right, guys, here at Spark, here with Danny. Danny, thanks for being on the show. All right, so we're here. Spark's one of the top dispensaries in SF. They've been here for a long time, and I just was chatting with Danny about the importance of eco packaging, actually packaging in general, and she brought up eco. So tell us about what you're seeing, your thoughts on eco packaging, and then what we can all do collectively to solve some of these issues.
Well, I think the biggest thing that I've seen is a lot of customers being disappointed with the change of regulation. Companies had to change their packaging, so all of these jars are child-proof unless they come in our Spark jar right now. If you get that, it comes in a technically recyclable but still heavy plastic resistant bag. Essentially, until it's not Schedule 1 anymore, we have to have those measures in place, which why it makes it important to actually have proper recycling in place. All of these cartridges, the FDA makes it so that we can't actually use them once they've been used once. They're considered medical waste, but there's a lot of bits and pieces that could be very easily recycled. We do our best with the jars. We have a take a jar, leave a jar area. So if you buy jars, you can bring them back. But really just for you as the consumer, knowing that, you know, packaging is beautiful, but also having a moderate idea of how we're having an effect on the world is important.
Being responsible at the same point.
Yeah.
So can you tell about that bring a jar or like the reusable? I think that's awesome.
So
how does that work?
Our take a jar, leave the jar area is really great because you end up with a lot of jars at your house. You're going to come in, you're going to get fresh flower. We can't just put it in a container for you. So essentially, it's just kind of good to do your due diligence. Bring it on back to us. We'll happily take it.
Amazing, amazing. We're all searching for ways to, you know, solve the obvious issue with sustainable packaging and trying to reduce our waste, our footprint. What do we got here? We just got a regular.
I say every single time, because people usually don't want it, I'm like, I'm going to give you your government issued bag, and that's
Yep.
because every single
to
item
prompt them because they don't want it.
This counter has to go out in this bag with
Has to
another
go in a
piece
bag.
of waste. But hey, what's really cool is I have customers that fold this bag up, they leave it in their backpack, and they bring it back to me every time. It doesn't look as pretty as this one, obviously.
That is someone
but they
who's
use
very
it until
responsible.
it's gone. So if you carry a backpack or like a wallet, you know, I mean, sometimes if you know that you're going to the dispensary and you still have your bag, why not have a dispensary kit? It doesn't hurt.
I love it. Danny, thanks for dropping that knowledge. I hope this inspires some of you guys to think about this and how do we innovate to solve these problems on the packaging side of the industry. Danny with Spark, thanks so much. All right, so part one of the interview was over, and then Danny just had a phenomenal idea. We got to get this on here. So tell us, this is creative thinking that we all have to learn from, and just stuff like this. Go for it.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any green thumbs out there watching. Maybe you're trying.
I promise you do.
Yeah. I might even try and grow some weed at my house soon. So I was thinking, how can I use this? This isn't gonna biodegrade for the next millennia, so I might as well find a way to use it. Figured, you know, this thing's gonna pop open someday. I'm just gonna poke a couple holes down there, fill this thing with dirt, and maybe sprout some seeds. Who knows? I feel like I've seen those hanging walls that you can just do with a lattice at my house, and I think that would be an easy way to, you know, make this a green world.
Yeah, hanging wall. There was like, I remember I was seeing on Shark Tank a number of years ago, there's a company that made like beautiful ergonomic stuff on the walls, and that idea literally reminds me of it.
I work at the Cannabis Sciences as well, and I've watched birds be born in their living wall, like things like that. So using wall space for green architecture is really cool.
Amazing. Only in San Francisco you get ideas like this.
Well, and I mean, we're trying to get the idea out of San Francisco, because as much as it's great to have our weed and it's fun, like there is a pine marten that actually was getting driven to extinction because of weed, you know, growing up in Humboldt. So things like that, where it's like, just because I want my weed doesn't mean all the little birds and animals deserve to suffer. So
Let's do it in a responsible, sustainable way.
Yeah.
I think we're all
Grow
moving in the
local,
same
buy
direction.
local, right? I like it.
Good
Everything
stuff.
here is pretty much from the Bay Area, from Northern California.
All right, good stuff, Danny. Thanks.
Yeah, well, thanks for listening.
So the team at Spark was just awesome. my thoughts are becoming more and more that if we share everything we know about eco-friendly packaging, the pluses and minuses of each option, sort of the landscape, so that everyone else doesn't have to do that research, someone watching this might be the one to come up with the solution, that outside the box idea. You look at that idea Danny had just now, like, I would have never thought of that. So if we all put our minds together, who knows what the result will be, but the problem is getting that baseline of knowledge. Green Taste Coffee Shop. New coffee shop, and this is the sign that you're in San Francisco. No cream or milk. Almonds, oats, and cashew milk. All right, today's Thursday. Just waiting for my Uber. Heading to Harvest off Mission, and we're going to do an interview with them. I was at Harvest on Geary yesterday, and they created a traditional retail experience in a cannabis store. So usually most of the products are behind a desk, and they just have empty products with the consumers, but they created a traditional retail store. So my goal is to talk to them and learn about how they went about doing that. And my Uber's here. All right, what's up, guys? I have the unique privilege to sit here with Tom Powers over at Harvest. Tom, thanks for being on the Cannabis Packaging Show and giving me some of your time.
Glad to be here.
Really
Thanks for having us on.
Really appreciate it. So, Cannabis Packaging Show, guys, we're in SF, all about recognizing brands that have a standard of excellence. And if you're ever in San Francisco, you have to come to one of the Harvest stores. We're going to talk a little bit about the history, and then we're going to get into what I think is so special about these guys. So, Tom, can we just talk about the history of Harvest?
Sure.
And just go into like a little background on you guys.
Yeah. So the owner-founder, Marty Higgins, had an idea to change the way people shop for cannabis. And in looking at traditional retail formats, we recognized that there were considerable differences between how it had typically been done and how he thought it could be done. So the idea was really to create that experience where customers can touch the products as they would in any other sort of retail environment. So they have a basket, they can walk around. There are sales associates to help them, whether they're new to cannabis, returning, canna curious, or considerable aficionados. And so that allows people to shop at their own pace. And I think that's really the critical difference between what we do and what we see everywhere else, where typically you go to a line, a counter, there's some sort of a menu, and there is the pressure of those waiting behind you to get your products that oftentimes makes some people feel a little bit uneasy. You know, that get your stuff, get out, get the next person through. This way, if you want to grab a pre-roll and go, you can do that. If you want to spend a half an hour with an associate, you can do that as well. The stores are brightly lit. There is a beautiful array of products, from cartridges to flour to concentrates to topicals to edibles, beverages, chocolates, so on and so forth.
Yeah, so one of the things, I mean, you just pictured it really nicely for everyone. You could probably see the visuals. One of the things about this store and what we talk about on the Cannabis Packaging Show is how do we remove the stigma of cannabis.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things is that we always talk about is that a cannabis shopping experience should be no different from any other shopping experience, any other store that you go into. And I actually didn't think anyone was doing this. And then I came to Harvest and I was like, holy crap, they've executed this with total excellence.
Yeah, thank you. So
yeah,
it's a revolutionary change
it truly
in the
is.
dynamic.
Yes.
There are many who cling to the past, right? So cannabis has been a certain way. Mm-hmm. We want it to continue to be that way. Any deviation from that is a diametric opposition to the ethos of cannabis.
True.
We don't agree with that. We want to be very respectful of where we've been and what got us to this place, and really, you know, be able to maintain the structure and integrity of those who came before us, but really to make it approachable to a broader demographic. So how do seniors, how do women, how do people new to cannabis feel comfortable in the cannabis experience? And was it shifted towards a young urban male originally in its orientation? Was it sexist? Was it elitist? Was it dirty? Was it dark? Was it hidden? Was it secret? Was it clandestine? or could it be bright and open and available to everybody, where we really placed a premium on education as well as testing. And so we were really one of the pioneers to say that all of the products that we represent will be tested, and that now is law in California. So we're really glad that we were able to help pave the way to ensure that the products were clean. And initially it was very expensive, it continues to be, but it was really one of the pioneering steps that we took just to make sure that we're getting clean product.
True pioneer, true trailblazing is like the words that come to mind as I'm thinking about this. And one of the questions I have is, so I think what you're talking about in terms of making it accessible is something that a lot of people want to do, right? It's like in their mind, I want to make this accessible to the masses. I don't want it to, we recognize the past. I think you said it very well, but we want to move to a different future. But a lot of people haven't been able to execute on it. And maybe it's just one of those instances where there's many things in life where something seems impossible until someone just says, I'm doing it. And then they really pave the way for the future. Yeah. So what was that process like where you guys where you just had the guts to make the decision, like, we're going to do this? And I'm sure there's risks about theft is like one of the things that a lot of people say, like, if we did it this way, then people are going to steal, and then they stop there. So like, how did you guys push through that risk barrier or that wall to really break through and execute this thing?
So I don't think we can overstate the importance of the work that Marty and his wife Vicky did for years, and really looking at the industry as a whole. What's out there? How is it being done? And to have the critical thinking, essentially to chunk it down and to say, this is how it's done, this is how it could be different. To put yourself in the place, I'm a mother, I'm a professional, I'm kind of curious, but that environment that existed may not be right for me. What would make them more comfortable? And then to be able, as we typically do, to learn from other industries that are successful. Mm-hmm. Starbucks changed the feel of a coffee house, right? It was brighter, it was better lit, there was an assortment of food products in addition to the pure coffee products. What if you gave away Wi-Fi and you let people spend some time in there? And so it's in that innovative thinking space that they're able to break through. And then partner, Steve Suckman, who's the COO, unusually bright guy with a great history in a number of different backgrounds, service oriented typically, but not exclusively. And so the three of them sort of spent the time to think through the approach and then literally walked it before they built it and began to understand, and then found a brilliant designer that could help create an environment that felt like what they were describing. And it's also in that space, in the design of the place. So the retail floor, as I said before, very brightly lit, it's clean. We spend an ungodly amount of time arranging shelves to make sure that they're perfect and they're pristine and they're fully stocked. Absolutely. I mean, we're fastidious in the approach and uncompromising that it's either perfect or it's wrong and there is no in between. And really work hard to find the right associates that can deliver both an educated as well as comfortable shopping experience. And there are times where it works beautifully. Last year was very challenging, right? So when we went from medical to adult recreation, a profound difference in the volume of people coming through, which then meant that we needed to purchase more product, tag it accordingly, make sure that we're verifying it, as well as hiring a staff that can support the increased volume of business.
And stay on brand. Like, I think the foundation of what you guys built, a great brand is cohesive through every step of the process. I think that's why you guys have been so successful, from the interior to the details with the products, to the branding, the packaging, and the training of the staff.
So,
so how do you do that as you scale? Is that been a challenge?
That's now management, right? That's finding critical managers that understand our demographic, our ethos, that support our core values, and are able to bring that work ethic and that education, that knowledge, as well as the kind and love for the industry to their team that support the greater mission. And that's hard to do. I will be very clear in saying there were times we were not successful in trying to find the people that would do this exactly the way that we believed it should be done. But the owners, to their credit, never compromised that vision and stood to their guns, even when it meant they were working 70, 80, 90-hour weeks themselves. in order to maintain the vision and not compromise it, not water it down. But we're really proud to say that somewhere around the middle of 2018 it began to gel, and the team came together in a beautiful way. And we're now able to handle larger volume with greater precision and a degree of joy that we always dreamed of. So these are very special days. 2019, we survived and even mastered 2018, and now are really being able to spend more time with the guests, more time with our vendors, doing more education, providing more lifestyle events around cannabis. And that's why, you know, we're smiling in 2019 in California. We've done it. We've experienced the massive challenge and owned it. And it's a great feeling.
Freaking incredible.
Yeah.
And also being generous with your time. I know you have about 7,000 things to do, and to do an interview like this, I do definitely appreciate that.
Well, we're flattered that you recognize what we do, you know, and I think it's everyone's goal and dream that people get you. You know, that we think we're different. We think we've created something very special. So for you to come in is really flattering to us, and we appreciate you carving out time from all the wonderful ventures that are in California cannabis, and to select us really means a lot to us. So thank you.
Well, this is a premier one. You guys got to check it out if you come to the San Francisco area. Harvest and the man, Tom Powers. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, brother. Enjoy your day.
All right, that was pretty awesome. Tom, thanks again. That store is pretty amazing. They don't allow footage inside, so I couldn't get any video for you guys, but it's truly a traditional retail shopping experience, and just such respect for true innovation. So I'm gonna be heading to grab lunch with a friend, and then hopefully get you guys some more footage in another dispensary before I head off to Seattle. All right, taking a little walk now. I'm gonna head over to Barbary Coast now. So it's just at this Barbary Coast where they don't allow video on the inside, but pretty cool place. It was like a bar room kind of vibe, and one of the things that was pretty wild was the guy showed me it was a Francis Ford Coppola wine bottle. It looked like a plastic wine bottle with with an eighth in it, and it was selling for $100 or over $100. So you see the total novelty kind of ideas hitting the market, and he said people are buying them. All right, guys, I'm here at Bloom Room. Pretty cool interior here, right in San Francisco. And definitely a cool spot to check out. All right, guys, last stop on the tour here. Coming from Denver, San Fran, flew in last night to Seattle. Got the Cannabis Show, and I also want to check out some dispensaries. So hoping to give you guys the pulse on what's going on out here. All right, you got the team at Futurola here. They got probably the most epic booth of anyone. They're setting it up. We'll come back later. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm here with Dick from FBM. These guys make beautiful chocolate edible equipment. Amazing. What were you saying? You go into some dispensaries?
I think that some dispensaries I've walked out of before because the plastic packaging is so excessive.
It's the name of the game.
Glad to see people working towards a solution.
Let's do it. We're working hard. Let's do it. Yo, what's up, guys? Here with Josh from Stizzy. Josh, thanks for being on the show.
Of course, absolutely.
All right, let's hear all about the launch in Washington. We know you guys are one of the hottest brands in Cali. Tell us what you guys got going on.
We launch tomorrow. We're ready to go. It's official, so keep your eyes out, Washington. We're here.
What's up, guys? Here at Tailor Made Labels. I know a lot of you guys are looking for automated ways to apply labels onto different equipment. What's up, guys? Here with Tyler. Got some awesome drinkables going on here. Tyler, welcome to the Cannabis Packaging Show. Thanks for being on.
Hey, thanks a lot.
All right, so let's hear about the top-rated beverage in all of Washington. What's up, guys? I'm here with Wade from the Ultimate Security System. Wade, thanks for being on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, so Wade was on Shark Tank, which we had the footage playing earlier, which is super cool, and he's looking to break into the cannabis industry. I think this is super cool from a security and branding perspective, and I just wanted to get him on the show. So, Wade, can you just talk about what you guys do?
Yeah, so we train and sell fully trained bodyguard canines all over the world. And the cannabis industry has been actually been really supportive over the last couple of years. We've had a few people reach out to us and actually ask us about our services and if we could be of support and maybe offer some alternatives to security. And I was really open-minded to it and wanted to come up here to CannaCon this year and learn a little bit more about the industry myself and kind of just test the waters and see if we could be of service to everyone.
How you doing? I'm Shelly Hollis from A23. I want to welcome you guys to CannaCon. We are a digital media studio. What we specialize in is making everything look great for the marijuana industry and making sure that it's properly done. Like my man said on the other side of that camera, it's all about excellence.
All right, guys, here with my man Kelly from Quiver. Kelly, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Right. Absolutely.
So this is some of the sharpest packaging you're ever going to see. And I just wanted Kelly to talk a little bit about his company, and then we'll get into about the brand. So tell us a little bit about the company, man.
So we're Quiver Fabrications. Our whole thing is we wanted adventure, travel-ready, outdoor lifestyle-oriented smoking products.
All right, guys, welcome back here in Seattle with Deborah from Above Water. Deborah, thanks for being on the show.
This is terrific. Thank you for having us.
All right, so let's hear about Above Water. You guys have an awesome thing going. Just tell us a little bit about the brand and what you guys are looking to do.
Well, Above Water is very different. We're a CBD water. We have 75 milligrams of full spectrum water-soluble powder, which gives you, as the bottle says, 15 milligrams of active CBD. Most CBDs on the market are only 2, 5, 10 milligrams. We guarantee 15 milligrams minimum per bottle of active CBD.
All right, guys, here with Jonathan from iFill Systems. We're going to feature the iFill Cup today. Jonathan, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having us. So what we have here, we manufacture a 100% recyclable polypropylene pod, which is Keurig compatible with
a live demo, exclusive on the Cannabis Packaging Show.
Here we go. So coffee's dropping into the pods. The lids are flipping over, they're sealing, and they're dropping into the retail boxes below.
All right, guys, here with Jordan from Shank Marketing and She Bully Marketing. Jordan, thanks for being on the show.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right, so talk about what you guys can offer in the cannabis industry. You guys have a deep branding and digital marketing background. Just tell us all about what you guys do.
Yeah, so our team has a couple decades of collective experience. Anything related to digital marketing, profitability campaigns, growing your brand, driving brand awareness, performance analysis and analytics, booking entertainment, obviously, of course. Anything that we can do to help grow your business and help you track that success and turn it into business development, we're here for it, and we would love to partner with you. And She Bully Entertainment and Marketing.
All right, and She Bully Marketing and Entertainment. All right, Jordan, thanks for
so
being on the show. All right, guys, here with Futurola at CannaCon in Seattle. All right, Bree, let's go over some of the machinery.
You almost forgot where we were, huh?
I almost forgot it. Thank you for calling me out.
So first, give an outlaw. Does 100 cones.
100 cones in 2 minutes. All right.
Cones, we have cut roll. 1 1/4 to your crazy exclusive fat boy size, which would be a 3-gram cone.
Okay.
And of course, we can't forget the brand new block cones.
All right, tell me about those.
These are block cones, but there's no tobacco and no nicotine at all in them.
Okay.
So it's an all-natural cone, smokes incredible, and it's compliant, most importantly.
Amazing. Got you.
Shredders, essentially large-scale grinders. This, 3 pounds in 2 seconds. A pound in 7 seconds. And then you have the super shredder. This one shreds and de-stems. Product goes in here. There's a bag that attaches to this. After you run it, your finished product will fall through the bag and your stems stay in the barrel.
Okay.
So we have
All
a
right.
cherry.
Okay.
Grab a tube.
With the shrink sleeve there.
The shrink sleeve that you brand, you design yourself.
All right.
Pop your finished pre-roll in there, just like that. That's it.
There you have it. All right, so this is the last night here. I take the red eye tomorrow. I'm not going out. Here's my dinner. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, so last day of the trip. I'm taking the red eye out tonight. Planned for the day. I have a call with phenomenal opportunity with one of the biggest cannabis companies. Gonna tell them what Cannabis Specialty Packaging is all about. Then I'm gonna hit some dispensaries in Seattle. And then I think the day is just gonna move fast. Be jumping on that red eye back to Boston. And that's it. It's been an amazing trip. Looking to kick it up and have an amazing last day and finish strong. All right, guys. What's up, guys? Here at Dockside in Seattle, Washington. Highly, highly, highly recommended. Pretty cool display. I was just talking to them. They're all about outdoorsy, earthy, one with nature kind of vibe. You got your edibles. Now we're moving over to tinctures. We're gonna come over to topicals here. Super cool feeling here. They align the interior. They align the music. They align everything with what the brand's about. In Washington, you're gonna have all other people's brands, so they're not gonna have their own Dockside branded products in here. Got online order pickups. That's it.
That stuff is amazing. It won't get you high, but it definitely eases you.
So here's the new packs packaging. Pretty sharp, and this company, Dabstract, does a pretty awesome job here. That can all hang too. That's pretty cool. You don't see that everywhere. So with the drinkables, we go 10 milligram, 50 milligram, 100 milligram. All right, these are pre-rolls from Saints. Pretty awesome packaging. They win, you said, design awards all the time, Julio, on
Packaging
these?
awards, yeah.
Packaging awards. Pretty sweet. 5.75 grams?
There's 3.5 grams and a 0.75 grams
each. Okay, pretty sweet. All right, I'm here with Kyle and Uncle Eggs. Kyle, thanks for being on the Cannabis Packaging Show.
Absolutely.
All right, so one thing that these guys do, they do a lot of stuff right, which is why they're one of the hottest names in Washington. But the OK program is something that I want you guys to know about. So can you tell us, Kyle, about the OK program that you got going on?
Yeah, so Washington State, you're not actually required to get any cannabis product you put on the market tested for pesticides. There are pesticides that aren't allowed to be used in growth, but there isn't that automatic testing. And I think a lot of people think there is, and that's a big misconception. So the Ike's OK program, which is right here, takes a random sampling of the product that we get in the shop. And what we do is we take that, send it to a very high quality lab, have it tested for pesticides, heavy metals, microbes, a bunch of stuff that you don't want in your weed. We do that on a monthly basis, and it kind of keeps, a safety net on our shop that makes sure that what you're smoking when you buy from here has been to a level checked and made sure that it's verified and safe to consume. Right now, it's just not enough enforcement going on, and this is something we're trying to do as a company, for the safety of the customers and to give you a reason to come to Ike's, where your weed is okay.
I love it. I love the name. It's catchy, and that's what building a brand is all about. It's not just about your logo and your storefront. At the deepest part, it's about caring for the consumer, looking out for the consumer, giving them a great experience, and that builds that trust, which is probably why your reputation is stellar. So thanks, guys, for being on the show. Thanks for the official cameraman. Usually I don't have one.
Happy to do it.
Fashion meets cannabis. All right, Diego Pellicer. Pretty sweet looking location.
This is our.
Alright, here's the graphic one last time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's remember 2019 is a special year, 2020, and then the industry is going to be different. There will always be opportunity, but it will be different. So let's move urgently. Let's make some great stuff happen. Hit us up, contempopackaging.com.